This is Professor Homa, CSC 112 Q1 class, and I just wanted to go over charts a little bit. I'm going to do a pie chart this time, and I'm going to use an exercise that we already have done, and that's the grades one. And this is a real simple one. We only have a little bit of data, and we're going to make a pie chart. We had to make a little a mini spreadsheet at the bottom of our worksheet we did for our grades to show what percentage the project's final exam assignments are of the final grade. And in addition to just putting percentage here, I'm going to throw a pie chart just to make it look nicer. So I'm going to highlight my these two columns. Now I can just drag right through all of them. I don't have to control click. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to choose a pie chart. First one, and there it is. Now there's my pie chart. Now since this one is using three colors, we kind of color coordinated it when we did it, and this one is using three colors, we can edit these colors. We don't have to keep them red, green, and blue, green, and red like they are here. Although that's kind of what these are a little bit, but there's no blue. But anyway, we want to match these up. Now you could use some of these things. You could color code it like that. But what I'd like to do is color code it to how we did it in the spreadsheet. So let me put it back to this color so I can recognize them a little better. Assignments was that orangey color. I could go here and make sure I just click on, and you'll see the little kind of anchor points or little kind of points around that section. That'll tell you that that's the blue section. And if you right click here, you could go over to the paint bucket, and I'm going to change that to be that kind of orangey color that associates with assignments. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Here's the green one. The green one in the pie, but this is really going to be final exam. And final exam is that rosy color. So I'll right click and choose that kind of rosy color. And then the last one, if I click on here, I can see that those little points are only on that section. I'll right click and I'll choose this kind of green color. So that matches up to what we did. Now what we would also probably like to do is put our data in here. So remember, we can put data labels on here. If we just go up to our chart tools, go to layout, I'm going to put a chart title above chart. I usually like it above the chart, and I'll just call it percentage of final grade. That's what this is showing. And I'll put data labels. Data labels are when they show the data inside the chart itself. So I'll use data labels, and you could do it outside in, inside. Maybe I'll put them inside. We have a lot of room inside, so I'll put them inside. And there's our data labels. And you could take it one step further. If it just says percentage, to make it a little, you could go to more data label options, and you could also select. You can select category name. I could check on here because right now it was already showing value, so we could check category name and hit close, and that'll show me what they are inside there as well. And if you need to, you can move these around. Sometimes these can be a little tricky to move around. That wasn't too tricky, but there's our data labels with options in there. So if it's not showing assignments final, if it's just showing the percentage, remember you could go to data labels and more label options, and label options is where that is. There's all kinds of things that you could change in here, but label options will show you category name. That's where we did that, and we threw in that little extra information in there. And now we don't need any axes or axes titles, and we have our legend over here. I'll move that a little bit closer, and again, you could resize this chart any way you want. I don't need a very big chart to show this information. It's fairly easy to, there's only 3 percentages, but that's just a quick pie chart. And this is kind of a perfect scenario for a pie chart, where it's showing you basically how much of a whole. That's what they want to know. How much is each assignment project worth of your final grade? So this is a perfect example of where a pie chart would work out best.